Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome once again, as always, to another helping of Mr H's Hot Pot. Now, as some of you will know if you've watched my previous video, myself, Mrs H and little Toby James are on holiday in Lincolnshire for a fortnight, aren't we?
We are, yeah.
Are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah, I'm loving this weather.
It is, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Hopefully it'll stay like this for the rest of the fortnight. Now, originally, this time last year, we decided we would go to Florida, didn't we, Mrs H? That was the original plan.
Yeah, we're going for our 10-year wedding anniversary.
Yeah, so we decided we were going to make a big show of it and everything, then COVID-19 came along and kiboshed it. Well, I can't take you to the House of Mouse, Mrs H, but I can bring you to a graveyard.
Oh, great!
But no ordinary graveyard, Mrs H, because there is a link to Walt Disney in this graveyard where we're currently stood.
I don't see a theme park.
Well, we're currently stood in St Margaret's churchyard, which is in a place called Quadring, which is near Spalding. And there is allegedly an ancestor to Walt Disney buried in this very churchyard.
Really?
It's buried over there, which I'll need to go and search out the grave. But apparently last year they was clearing up this particular area of the churchyard when one of the volunteers went running over to his boss excitedly, claiming that he'd found a Disney grave. Now, the name Disney isn't a popular name. I've never really come across any Disneys in my lifetime, Mrs H. Plenty Disneys, but no Disneys. So there is a strong possibility that this grave could be related to the great man himself. Apparently we're about 30 miles away from a place called Norton Disney, and that's where allegedly Walt Disney does hail from way back when. There is a story attached to it, and we'll talk about that as we go along, but we'll try and seek this grave out now, Mrs H.
Yeah, let's go and have a look for it.
And I'll take you as close to Walt Disney World as I possibly can at this moment in time. Anyway, let's go and search out for it, shall we?
How well do you think we'll be able to find it?
We should be able to. We should be able to. Now, by all accounts, it's pretty close to the church somewhere. And I recognise that doorway from one of the photographs that I saw of, I believe, the man who found the grave. So we'll see if it's around this area somewhere.
Yeah. They look really clean to say they've been under
They've been
bushes, I
overgrown
think,
for so long, yeah. It's a testament to volunteers that have kept it tidy, really. Yeah, I think it's one of these around here somewhere. Up there, yeah. It's still overgrown, this one.
I'm just watching.
Find out that, Toby. There we go. Mr William Disney, who departed this life May the 20th, 1766. Age 65, which I think is a good innings back then, isn't it?
It is, and also his Mary, his wife.
And she
was
died age
70.
70. And I think the son Richard's buried in there.
Yeah.
But I can't make out.
1770, but I can't see how old he were.
No. So allegedly, this grave is supposedly related to Walt Disney himself. Now, the story is that the Disneys originally came over from France. The name Disney is a French name.
Yeah.
And I think it's Normandy. There's a village over there that's named Disney. I'm not going to try and do the French pronunciation because I'll just butcher it. But they came over to England and they was well thought of. And all that changed in the 1600s when, unfortunately, the Disneys, they backed a rebellion against the king and they was on the losing side. So they got banished and they went to Ireland. And also some of them went back over to France, and that's where Walt Disney's family came from. They came from Ireland, but their ancestors are rooted over here in England. And he did come over here in the 40s to Norton Disney looking for his ancestors, because there's a rumour that he's adopted, and it must have been playing on his mind, and he wanted to stamp that out just for his own benefit, really. But I think he came away from England and he never conclusively proved whether he was a Disney or whether he was just a Disney in name only. But this little bit of England here is probably related to the theme parks, Mrs H. It's amazing to think that, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And you know one thing, Mrs H?
No?
That should it be true, it proves one thing, doesn't it? That it really is a small world after all. Sorry, Mrs H.
Oh dear, that's cringe.
I had to do it. Anyway, we'll leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed this little video. It just shows you what pops up every now and again. But if you do have any information on this particular grave, you know, perhaps you've watched this, dropped on this video and you live in this area and you can tell us more, I'd love to hear. Please leave in your comments below. Anyway, I think we'll get back to the car, Mrs H, and get a drink because it's roasting out.
It is, it's absolutely boiling today.
It really is. So, until the next time, from myself and Mrs H, and little Toby James, and Lucy who's panting away there, it is bye-bye for now.